Hi YouTube family, and welcome to my new series, the 10 HP Ironman series. Please subscribe, comment, and rate. Okay, so I fell in love with this concept after watching a few KempQ videos on his 10 HP Ironman, so I figured I'd give it a try. I started off with free to play until I got 50 fire making. This allowed me to do Winter Todd minigames so I can acquire materials as well as GP. As you see, I got a steel axe, and I got the GP for the axe by looting earth staffs in the wilderness and then selling them in the staff shop in Varrock. So here I just activated a 14-day bond, and the first thing I'm going to do is get some warm clothing to do Winter Todd. For warm clothing, I decided to go with the Clue Hunter outfit as it is easiest to get. Items I need are a spade and some GP for a boat ride later on. To get a spade, I used a Lumbridge free teleport and ran southwest to the shed. If you click Take Tools, it will give you the option to take a spade. For the first piece, we teleported to Castle Wars and ran southeast to Yanel to dig for the cloak. I haven't unlocked the Artie cloak yet for the free teleport, so I had to run all the way northwest of Artie to dig for the gloves and boots. The one thing about early game is I have low agility and I don't have teleports, so a lot of running and walking was involved. For the fourth and final piece are the trousers. The dig location for the trousers are near the entrance of the pothole dungeon north of the Taibo One Eye. I was attacked by snakes and was almost comboed out by harpy bug swarms. Next I went to Winter Todd. I wore the warm clothing to help minimize damage, brought my steel axe and knife. The knife is obviously to fletch the logs before burning them. For food, I brought wine. I did get 500 points, and then I ran to the safe zone to wait for the game to end. Looking back on this, I realized I should have tried for at least 750 points. 750 points would give me a good chance at triple rolls when I open the crates. I did 15 games of Winter Todd and decided to stop there to open the crates for some startup supplies. I know it's not recommended to open them until base 40 or 50 in certain skills, but I am limited on how I can acquire certain items. I also died like 6 times trying to loot steel plate bodies in the wilderness due to being comboed out by the knights. Okay, so here we are opening the crates. All the rewards are great, especially the GP. Comes to a total of 134k worth of goods. The next skill I focused on is thieving. I started off from 1 to 5 pickpocketing men in Lumbridge. At 5 thieving I can do cake stalls and Artie. This is a great unlock as I will need cakes for quests, agility, and many other tasks throughout this game. I did the cake stall and then I moved on to the silk stall, which is literally 10 tiles over. I did silk all the way until 38 thieving. 38 thieving is a milestone as it unlocks master farmers, which I will need for farming. Also, I banked all the silk. I plan on selling it back for GP. To sell the silk back, I have to wait roughly 30 minutes for the silk to not be considered stolen. So since I had some time, I decided to knock out the Sea Slug quest. The quest is pretty quick and it got me from 1 to 24 fishing. It will allow me to start fly fishing right away. The goal is to do barbarian fishing for the passive strength and agility EXP when I need to AFK. I still had a few more minutes to spare, so I went over to do the gnome agility course until 15 agility. I got 15 agility as it is the agility requirement for barbarian fishing. All that's left is to fly fish until 48 fishing, which I'll do later. Now it's time to cash in the silk for some easy GP. This was a bit time consuming as you can't sell all of them noted. You have to bring them unnoted. You also have to go through a chat convo until he agrees on the 60 GP price. After this long grueling grind, I decided to work on crafting. The goal is to make molten glass. To gather the supplies, I used a free minigame teleport to the fishing trawler and bought soda ash and buckets of sand from the charter ship. However, this is a popular crafting method for Ironman, so a lot of people are buying these supplies. If you plan on doing this method, be ready to do a lot of world hopping. Collected the soda ash and buckets of sand for about 20 minutes and then decided to stop and turn them into molten glass. The goal was to get enough supplies for 20 so I could make sapphire rings. Next I went to Edgeville to use the furnace to make the molten glass. Each molten glass grants 20 EXP. Unfortunately, it only got me from 1 to 17 crafting. From here I decided to turn to my 2005 method of training crafting and went to Sears and picked flax and spun them into strings. Since this is basically free EXP, I decided to get 22 crafts so I can make the sapphire necklace. Also while on Sears, I decided to buy a house while I had the GP. This will allow me to earn construction EXP when I do Winter Todd in the future. Next, I decided to do the waterfall quest for the easy attack and strength EXP. It got me from 1 to 30 in both skills. It also awarded me 2 gold bars, which I will need to make the sapphire rings. I also wanted to mention I died once to a moss giant that hit a 10 on me when acquiring the urn. Alright, here we are making the sapphire rings. The cut sapphire, the 2 gold bars from the quest, and the ring mold. It feels so good to have this unlocked so early in the game. Now all I need to do is enchant them. To enchant them, I need some cosmic runes, so I used the Edgeville Wilderness lever to be teleported to the wilderness and ran northeast to the mage arena. Once you pull the mage arena lever, you'll be teleported here. I am able to buy nature, cosmic, and law runes from Ladale's arena side rune shop. For now, I only bought law and cosmic runes. Okay, now for what I have been waiting for. Here we are enchanting my sapphire rings to make rings of recoil. This is major. From here I wanted to AFK a bit, so I ran over to Barbarian Village to do some fly fishing until 48 fishing. Now I can AFK barb fishing for the passive strength and agility EXP. This is also major. Now on to some quests. Next quest is the Restless Ghost. I plan on doing other quests where this is a prereq. I also did this for the free prayer EXP. I do plan on getting overheads later on. As you see, this got me from 1 to 9 prayer. Next was the cook assistant. I did this because I was already in the area and it is quick. I also enjoyed the free cooking experience. It got me from 1 to 4 cooking. I also knocked out rune mysteries as I need to do this to train rune crafting and for the next quest. You guessed it, the next quest was Priest in Peril. This quest is where I need to use my rings of recoils multiple times. The first big challenge is killing the temple guardian, which looks like a big dog. I used my rings of recoil until I got it down to what it looked like 1 HP as you see on the top left. However, when I equipped my bronze dagger to deal the final blow, it actually hit a 2. This resulted in 2 HP. I am still upset about this. The build isn't ruined, but now I have less room for error. What I realized is that I should have used range to deal damage as my range level is still 1 and I most likely will only hit a 1. Since I was down to just 1 ring of recoil, I took a break from this quest and knocked out Doric's quest. After this, I decided to train mining. While mining, I got a few sapphires. Next, I needed gold bars, so I went downstairs of the West Varrock Bank and used telegrab on the bars. After this, I made sapphire rings and enchanted them for rings of recoils. At this point, I went back and finished the Priest in Peril quest. I had to kill a level 30 Monk of Zamrock. The good news is I only hit a 1 with range to deal damage. The bad news is I died once doing this. Unfortunately, I can't find these clips. However, here I am completing the quest. The quest got me from 9 to 15 prayer. This will conclude episode 1. Please subscribe, comment, and rate if you enjoyed this video.